Casting out the seasons by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, love is the word. Moving through the day, pray no accidents arise. Giving thanks to heaven that I am still alive. Blessing my enemies, blessing the ones I love. Praying for forgiveness for any damages I've done. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole. Casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, love is the word. Alright, let's see what's going on. Let's have a look over here. Hold on, people. I know there's somebody here. I just saw somebody show up. Hello, there's one person here. Nobody around. It's okay. I'm just doing this for the lonely hearts, okay? So don't worry too much. If nobody shows up, we'll just close the show down. You know, so if nobody shows up, we'll just shut it down, okay? No big deal. Oh, there are people here, but no one's typing in. It's okay. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, love is the word. Hey Tanya, it might just be you and me. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Angela, hello. It's going to be a very lonely hearts club tonight, okay? Let's have a look here. Hold on. I'm just making notes. Just making notes. Hang in. Welcome. So, looks like everybody's out having their New Year's, so don't worry. We might just shut the show down. I might just give a couple of you guys a reading, and that's about it. That's probably all we'll have. Who's here? Tanya. Hi, Tanya. Tanya H. Okay. Angela Dunn. Angela Dunn. Okay. Well, at this rate, you're both going to get readings because there's no one else here. So, if you want, since you're probably going to want to rush off to your own New Year's Eve thing anyway, I'll just, I could just dive in and start giving you guys readings, you know? Because sometimes it takes me half an hour to get all the names of the people coming into the show. And then it's hard for me to catch up. But right now, I think we'll just go for it, you know? Why not? You know, it's just kind of a lonely hearts thing tonight. That's probably all it is. So let me get my cards. Sweet Basil. Oh, Sweet Basil. Okay, all right. Well, let me just go back to the board again. Let me take the names. Sorry. Okay, well, it might be your lucky night, people, because if there's only a few of us, then, you know, if there's like only 5 people, then you're all going to get a reading. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Happy New Year's to you. Just doing this for fun tonight because I got stuff to do like you guys, you know, later on. But so, okay. Hey, Rohit. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, Rohit. Hello from India. Hello from the West Coast of USA. Oh, sweet, but it's your birthday? Oh, you're going to get a reading for sure. Absolutely. No question. December 30th. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. You're going to get a reading. Okay? You're going to get a reading. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Love is the word. You got it. No worries. So I'll start making a few names here already. Accidents arise. January 1st. Angela, seriously? You got a birthday too? Seriously? Oh my God. No kidding. No, seriously. Oh, whoa. Okay, well, you're definitely getting a reading. Who is that? Candace. Hello, Candace. Good evening. Yeah, it was just a little fun gathering. Hello, Rachel. Good evening. Good evening, Rachel. Okay. January 15th. Close. It's pretty close. That's crazy. 2 New Year babies on the same show at the same night, and there's only a few of us here. Wow, that's pretty freaky. Wow, okay. So you're both going to get readings, absolutely, for sure. Love as I reach up for the sky. Man, no fear in shadows, be gone with my eyes. Oh, you can't read that. I'm sorry, I can't read it. Hold on. Angela. Okay. For sure you're getting a reading. And for sure, Sweet Basil. Sweet Basil, you are getting a reading. This will be your Tarot Illumination, holiday, and birthday present all rolled into one. How cool is that? Yay. Chanting the word, the sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Ellen Michaels, good evening. So, everyone who's here tonight, by definition, you have nothing better to do than hang out with Tarot Illumination. So I take this as a great honor. Thank you so much. Ellen Michaels, yay. Oh, you bought the book. Woo! Wow. I am honored. That's very, very cool. I hope you enjoy it. So, yeah, I'm very happy about that. This will be the next book. It's probably going to come out in the middle of 2018. This is the little other book that I wrote. It's called Love and Healing, a little book about the healing power of love. Hey, because that's what we do here at Tarot Illumination. It's not really a tarot channel. You probably figured it out. It's all about the healing power of love. Let's all have a big huddle. Joe Orangutan. Oh. Okay, Joe. Joe Orangutan. Got it. We got it. Okay. Love and healing is definitely for all of us. We all need it. I know. Yeah, we do. We definitely need that stuff. Hold on. I want to get a refill on my decaf. I hope you don't mind. Stay there. I'll be right back. Okay, stay there. eyes, I reach out for the skies. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Sorry, I had to go get a refill. This is my decaf coffee. Life is very exciting, as you can tell over here at Lumination. So, I hope everybody is having a wonderful evening. Hello, good evening. Let's put Jen Martineau. Jen Martineau. Oh, bye. Jenny DeLuca, if you're here, I don't know if you're here, but I haven't had time to follow up on your notion of being the moderator. We'll figure it out, okay, at some point. I'd like to try it, okay? Yeah, it's okay. You know, it's a bring your own party. You know, you got to bring your own marshmallows and hot dogs and little fancy hors d'oeuvres and your champagne. You got to bring your own champagne. And by the way, we'll be gone well before midnight on the West Coast because, you know, we all got stuff to do, you know, places to go, people to see. Jean Martineau. Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, I make it sound like I know what I'm talking about, even though I don't. Not all the time. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times I don't. All will be heard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Love is the word. Okay, I'm gonna get the deck. Let me get the deck. Hold on. The moon is on the rise. Trials and tribulations all bottled up inside. I summon in my love as I reach up for the skies. Precious, what's up, Precious? Precious, I have a feeling I owe you a reading. Let's have a look. Where's Precious? Precious. Changing the word, the sounds of the universe pile in the Morton family tree. Love is the word. Morton family tree. There you are. That's you. The poison's making me whole. Sorry, it's a bit of a mess here tonight. I'm getting all messed up. I just want to be able to everybody to see everything and read things. Love is the word. Okay, there we go. That's better. So yeah, Happy New Year's to everyone. We already got 2 readings for sure. Angela and Sweet Basil for sure because it's your birthdays. Fantastic. So it kind of sucks, you know. I've heard about how people have their birthdays on, you know, big holidays. It's just like it sucks because, you know, then you don't get your own special day. Portugal, Simone from Portugal. Whoa. Simone from Portugal. Okay. And Rohit is from India. Flutterby. Hey, Flutterby. Yeah, we're just hanging out. Illumination is just doing, you know, just a little impromptu show for all the diehards and the newbies who have absolutely no idea what's going on. But that's okay. You're in good company. You know that, Flutterby. And thanks for the scarf and the picture. You look beautiful. You look absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Flutterby, you don't have any competition. Yeah, that's you. That's you, Morton. Morton family trees. Yeah. Yeah. Just want to check the sound. Now, could everybody hear? Could you hear the music? Could you hear my voice? I need to know that because we had some real screw-ups last week with the sound. So you can hear everything? You're not just talking all to yourselves, right? I hope not. That would be kind of sad. I mean, I encourage that, but I really like to have a dialogue here with you guys. So could please somebody, you can hear the sound? Simone, yes, you can hear the sound. Rohit, yes, you can hear the sound. Yes, the sound is perfect. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to give a few readings to people. We're just going to jump in. I hope you don't mind. Tanya H, yes. Tanya, I have a feeling you're new. Yeah. Jeannie Namari. Okay. Okay, let's make sure Jeannie's on here too. Jeannie, okay, great. You can hear everything. That's good. It's important. Sound is very, very important. Without communication, there's no relation, you know. So, tap, tap, tap. Yeah, tapping on the microphone. Ding, ding, ding. It's good. Apparently, we're good. We're good to go. Thank you so much. Okay. So I got a couple names. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pull at least 4 readings tonight. It's going to be a short show tonight, folks, because I know you all have really incredibly important stuff to do. Somewhere to go, places to go. Carsona 5. Carsona. Okay, let's put you in there. I forgot you on that. Carsona. Carsona. Okay, there you go. Cool. I want to put on the list, I want to put Tanya and the orangutan. Tanya. And we got Joe Rang. Joe Rangatang. Okay. I'm just going to put Joe Rang. Okay. For now. At least that's 4 of us getting started. All right. Sup, dog. Sup, dog. Sup, dog. Okay. Let's just put you, make sure you're here. Okay. You are now officially here. That's okay. It is official. That is a very big deal. Okay. Now let's have a look. Oh, wait a minute. There's more people than I thought it was going to be very, very, very quiet tonight. Like maybe 5, maybe 7 people. But anyway, yes, Happy New Year's to everybody. I know it's like if you're in New Zealand or Australia, you've already done all this. Okay, it's all over now. You've already started 2018, but we're still catching up over here on the West Coast. I hope you don't mind. And I wish I could like arrange things and timing better so we could get some folks over from Germany and Denmark and Estonia and Norway and Italy and Croatia, wherever you guys, all you guys hanging out from everywhere. We got people from all over the planet. It's wonderful. So let me get the names sorted out. Barbara. Oh, I was just going to put the list away. Barbara Manishi. Okay. I'll just put Barbara M for now. I hope you don't mind. And we'll leave it at that. Oh, Jessica. Hello, Jessica. I didn't see you earlier. Sorry. I didn't see you. Where's Jessica? No, I didn't put you there. Let's make sure we got you on the list. Okay. Hi, Jessica. Good evening. Jennifer Forsberg. Jennifer and Jessica. Okay. Good evening. Jennifer F. and Jessica Marie. Hold on. It's speeding up here. I can't keep up. Hold on. Jessica Marie. Okay, we got that. We got that. Oregon. Okay, it's probably really cold, right? Yeah, yeah. Angela Dunn, Texas. Morton Family Tree, Texas. Candace, Georgia. Okay, well, we're covering the country. I heard it's really, really, really cold in some places. So it's kind of cozy. Rodarius. Yes. Hello, Rodarius. Yes, you are here. Rodarius is in the room, people. Thank you very much. So we have 4 people already lined up, okay? It's going to be a short show. Just letting you guys know it's going to be a short show. Because I'm like you guys. I got stuff to do, places to go, people to see, things to do. It's happening, baby. So let me put the list down, and just for fun, before we start getting into the pulling the readings, okay, I just want to get organized. As you know, this is a highly professional, highly organized operation here, and we do things properly, okay? Properly. Oh, sup, dog? Sorry, I'm not doing the whole list. Not a chance. There's way too many people. Sometimes we get 50 or 60 people. I can't even get close. I'm lucky if I can do 5 or maybe 10 readings. You'll see why in a little bit. We'll start reading now, okay? You're having breakfast? Breakfast? Carsona, where are you? Carsona 5, where are you? If you're having breakfast, hold on. It's 7:30, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're 10 hours ahead. 10 hours. You must be in Eastern Europe. Carsona 5, you're in Eastern Europe. Is that right? Eastern Europe? Wow. Yeah. South Africa. Oh my gosh, I think you're the first person ever visiting here from South Africa. Thank you so much. You just got yourself promoted. Oh, wow. I'm just going to make sure you get a reading. And I'm just indulging myself. There's no logic to this. Who gets a reading sometimes? Like these two here, Angela and Sweet Basil, it's because they're birthdays. Okay, Rohit's over in India. Some of you guys are in Texas and Georgia and Australia and wherever. But I think we have to celebrate tonight. Carsona 5 is in South Africa. South Africa. I can't do the accent very well. I'm sorry. I saw a really good movie about these, like, desert criminal guys. It was a South African movie story. It was really, really good. And I think the heroes were trying to get away, and so they wouldn't get eaten alive by the gun traders. There were some drug dealers and gun traders. It was a great movie. Yeah. So it's a nice quiet evening. So I'm going to make sure that Carsona is on the list. Okay. Here we go. Carsona, that's you. All right, so I'm going to do random. I'm going to start with Joe Rangatang, okay? And then we'll do Tanya, Sweet Basil, Angela, and then Carsona. How about that? There's no logic to any of this, okay? I'm just doing it just kind of like the way I shuffle cards to make sure there's absolutely nothing that makes any sense at all. Okay, so there you go. Your names are there. Okay, you are a witness. You saw all of that. Now, oh, Joe Rangatang from Australia. Yeah. Wow, this is cool. We are covering the planet tonight, people. Woo! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, that is so cool. Here, let me show you this. On Tarot Lumination, I like to play around with the stars and the planets and the astrology. It's not an astrology channel, but sometimes I kind of like infuse the reports with the, the energy of the stars, so to speak. But tonight, we're coming up to this amazing full moon, and I just wanted to show you on the doodle here. It's a very, very beautiful Cancer full moon. And that's this energy here, okay? This is blue. This is the color blue, okay? So this is a universal chart for everybody. There's the sun in Capricorn over here, okay? And there's the moon coming up over here. On the west coast of America right now, the moon is still in Gemini, but tomorrow it's going to be in Cancer at 11 degrees. That's the full moon, big opposition, okay? And guess what? At the same time, we've got these beautiful harmonies between all this Scorpio energy, all this Pisces energy. So not only do we have a huge full moon, we got this massive, massive water trine. So it's very, very deeply loving energy. It's very, very conducive to love and to healing, deep emotional satisfaction and comfort, and interchange between soul energy from one person to another, okay, in the context of relationship. Now, because of this alignment here, it means automatically we have these two big sextiles here, okay? So you can see it's called a kite. You can see why it's called a kite. And this is very beautiful, powerful, harmonious energy for the whole planet. It doesn't mean you just have to be a Scorpio or a Pisces or a Cancer or a Capricorn. This is good news for everybody. You just have to tune into it and grab it, okay? Now, if you want, you can be scared of the opposition because it's a very powerful full moon, but also with the opposition, it's all about bringing all of us into awareness, okay? In the context of relationships, polarity, you and a significant other, or you and a significant other. You'll feel this in your relationships. You will feel things deeply in your relationship dynamics in the harmonious ways. Hold on, I see some new names. Little Cap is here. Hold on. I've got to put you on the list. Okay, the list is a bit crazy right now. It's not too many people. Hi, Little Cap. Little Cap, you're there. I got you. I got you. So, without further ado, just for fun, okay, we just looked at all this. Great, that's fantastic. I hope you guys make the best of this. It's beautiful energy astrologically. This is over here on the West Coast. This is tomorrow night. So we're still building up to it, but it's very beautiful, okay? So make the best of it, all right? Oh, I see you, MC. Hold on. I see you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Wait a minute, did I get Jen Martineau? Did I get you, Jen? Hold on. Yes, I got you. Sorry, I got confused. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, a lot of ones. Yes. Websy. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Sharon. Good evening. Hannah. And hey, Sharon. Hi. Hi. Hello. Sharon T. I'll put you WW Websy Wongle. Okay, there you go. Yes, Websy's in the house, people. Websy has a channel and she tells stories on her channel. It's called Websy Wongi. It's on the front page of the Tarot Illumination channel, by the way. Okay. So, first up, Joe Rangatang in Australia. You're going to get a reading. Okay, so let's brace yourself. Okay, now the cards were already well shuffled in advance. And you don't need to do anything. You don't need to know anything. You're just going to get your free little mini reading. And hopefully it'll make sense to you. Okay? And then we just go from there. All right. So, Joe, you're in the house. Cool. Joe's in the house. That's good news. All right. So some of you have been here before. You know the routine. We're just doing little mini readings for fun. Okay? We're not fortune tellers here at Tarot Illumination. It's just a tarot channel. It's kind of apparently a very avant-garde, boutique-y kind of channel, but so what? Okay, and we don't really do things by the book here either, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Cheers, everybody. Everybody, cheers. Okay, cards are well shuffled. Joe, I hope you can handle this. And we are off. We are running. This is it. This is showtime, baby. Let's not get too carried away here. All right, Joe? Remember, I should probably say this for legal purposes. Hello, everybody. Tarot is considered for entertainment purposes only. If you've got real problems, serious problems, go get a doctor, get your lawyer, get your accountant. Tarot Illumination, we just do this because we love doing this, okay? All right, so we are cards are cut. This is the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it, okay? And we're going to look at the weather. What have you got? King of Cups. So Joe, it it feels to me that it's like if you're swimming in a whole pile of doo-doo right now, you're doing a really, really good job of handling it, okay? If you are in a condition or circumstances where things are really, really awkward, emotional turbulence, drama, or whatever it is, and it's not going very well, it's a very strong indication from the circumstances and the weather right now that it is time to get your act together, own those feelings, understand what those feelings are, where they come from, why we feel these things. So you are not like a victim of your emotions. Instead, you own the feelings that flow through you and you regard them as sacred, and that you can understand them as a language and then bring that more actively and consciously into your waking decision making process throughout your day, throughout your waking life. So you become the master of your world, master of the love energy that flows into your life and your world. Okay, it's just an indication. Okay, so let's have a look. What's the situation? Okay, well, locked with indecision. My feeling here, Joe, is that you might be dealing with drama, drama as they call it, and it might be nothing to do with you, and you might be just swimming in a whole pool of other people's drama, which is just like, in some ways it could be consuming, where you're being challenged to really hold it together and maintain your integrity. And so, like, in the circumstances, what this might happen is that where you're stuck, which, like, where you're stuck, like, I don't know if I want to make a decision to do this or to do that, because you don't see any good outcomes. You're not sure, like, it's just like there's a lot of uncertainty here. And like this is also like the energy of the deliberate choice to decide not to decide. Okay, you have the right to do that. That's a perfectly valid decision. Okay, but you also have to understand that in the moment, in the present, and in the now, that is where your power lies, and your power lies through the expression of your decisions. When you make your decisions, that's the decisions are like the keys that unlock the flow to the power. So if you are kind of in this state of turbulence where you feel like maybe I'm just not going to decide anything right now, that could be a very smart move, okay? A very defensive move. In other words, I'm not going to decide on anything right now because I don't know what to decide, okay? Perfectly, perfectly logical way to use that power. What's the challenge? Okay, really being stuck, bound into circumstances, situations, people, relationships, drama, perhaps, uh, even your own dramas. Perhaps you're swimming in your own dramas to the point where you're lost. When you're owned by your own. Some people think of this as a card of addiction or bondage or being trapped or captivated or living under hostage situations in your heart, your body, where it's like sometimes the only way that people can handle their situations is self-medicating, for example. Like, people really like to self-medicate, and some people do it very, very precisely. Like, they have exactly the right amount of coffee per day, X amount of alcohol per day, and a couple of smokes and their extra fancy weed, and a couple of prescription pills, and they have it all perfect, and they mix it in with the perfect bits of yoga and meditation and television and whatever. But you become very, very bound up to those habits and practices, which are supposed to be liberating. Okay, the whole idea is to make decisions that are liberating so that you can allow for the healing power of love to flow. Okay, so if you are so, let's say, wrapped up and bound up that you do not even dare make decisions, that's actually a self-defeating behavior. So how are we going to deal with this? Okay, it's basically time to say this is over. It's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's done. And you might not even have any say in the matter. Perhaps you're dealing with a situation that you can't handle or don't want to handle, And so you're kind of like having to just like say, okay, well, this is fate. What can I do? You might feel totally powerless here. At the same time, wishing that you could, you know, get back into your power, get things in a way that work, and get some stability when it comes to matters of the heart, especially. So, how do we deal with this? We deal with this by accepting that certain big, big chapters of your life are over. Void, empty, gone, finished, whatever it is, job, relationship, location, uh, whatever it could be. And so that you're not bound to it. It's like literally accepting reality here. With the world card here, my feeling, Joe, is that this is so much about having to accept reality instead of being owned by all these like feelings and swirlings and being bound up to what you think might be reality or what other people might be imposing as reality on you, where it's suffocating and you want freedom and you want liberation. The easiest thing to do is just kind of go, you know what? None of this matters anymore. The only thing that counts is being happy. Okay? Being happy. Okay? And owning it on the inside, being the master of self-love. And the most self-loving thing to do, maybe to accept that a certain, maybe it's a very important chapter of your life is over and new things are beginning. And I will help you here. Stay there a second, Joe. Don't go away. I don't mean to scare you. This is happening for everybody on the planet right now. These notes are very, very beat up. I just want to show you. We're just here right now. You see, this is the Sagittarius new moon. This is the Capricorn new moon. And we're right in the middle here, right now, today, like this. Okay? This is here in the middle. Well, let's do it like this way. This is time, okay? Moving left to right. So that was a couple weeks ago. This is now. This is 2 weeks from now. So Joe, in a couple weeks from now, we have this massive Capricorn new moon, and that's going to hit you somewhere in your life. And it's going to be the end of an old life, and it's going to be the beginning of a new life somewhere in your life. Somewhere big and important, okay? So just heads up. You can't fight this stuff. The whole point is is to not letting yourself get all bound up into what you think might be reality. And if you can't handle it, and then like doping yourself or self-medicating to try to get along, it's much healthier to accept the end and live it to the end gloriously in all its spectacular endings, and then start from scratch again. Start completely from scratch. Okay, Joe? I hope that helps you a little bit. I hope I didn't scare you, okay? Sorry, Joe. I got to reset the screens in the show here. Hold on a second, people. I don't want to lose you. All right, I'm just going to reassemble everything. So, Joe, are you good? Everything good, Joe? Oh, good. Hey, Giggle. Hey, Giggle, what's going on? Happy New Year. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Hey, Giggle. Stay there. I've got to put you on the legendary list, okay? Because you're one of the legends. Giggles is here in the room. Thank you very much. And Marilyn's here. Hey, well done. Jenny. Hey, Jenny. I was talking about you earlier, about this whole idea of the moderator thing. Well, I'm still trying to just catch up with stuff here, so we'll talk about it, okay? Don't you worry, Jenny. I got to figure this stuff out. I'm not sure what to do, whether it's a good thing or not, but we need to definitely talk about it, okay? So we'll catch up. Jenny DeLuca is in the house, people. And I got Marilyn Williams. I got to put Marilyn here, too. Marilyn W., okay? Yeah. Hi, Jenny. You're such a sport. You've been so supportive. Thank you so much. It's a quiet evening. I was not even thinking of doing the show, but I thought, you know what? I love you guys, and I feel like I'd be letting you down if I didn't do the show. So we're here anyway, okay? Yeah. Yeah, it's been extremely busy here at Terra Illumination. I wasn't expecting it, but it's just been wall to wall with private readings. It's very hard to keep up. But like my voice, man, I have to go to like I have to be very, very careful with the voice because with Terra Illumination, the private readings are all in person, voice to voice, live, and they're recorded and they get sent back to you. And I know there's all sorts of ways that people do readings, but I like to go live with you guys, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good fun thing, Jenny. It's just, you know, it's just for fun. All right, Tanya, you're next. I hope you're here, Tanya. I hope you can handle this. Please bring your barf bag, get your tissues handy, snot rags, sunglasses, goggles, whatever you need to protect yourself. Helmets are handy too, and a towel or some wet wipes can be very handy, just in case. You never know. But don't use the wet wipes that are full of alcohol. Use the little sanitized ones like they use for baby wipes. They're more gentle. Okay? All right, Tonya. Yay, here you go. Hey, Christina, did I get you? Hold on, I gotta make sure. I think I got you on the list here. See there. I guess I didn't. Christina's here. Hi, Christina. Hi, Christina. I like to do the best I can to make sure everybody's recorded. MC. Oh. Woof, woof. MC, you just bought yourself a reading. You're very good at jumping to the front of the line. That's how you do it, everybody. Perfect. MC, you are a shining example about how to love yourself first. Kaboom. Put your money where your mouth is. Jump to the front of the line. Okay. I don't know if I want to just go crazy like that, but I want to make sure. Now, I'm not saying you have to buy readings here tonight. You don't have to do this. I love it when you guys throw money in the tip jar, but I can't guarantee there'll be a reading for you because it's going to be a short show, okay? And so I'm just going to put MC here. I don't know if we'll get to you. If we do, we'll see, okay? All right, let's see what happens. Tanya, what's going on? I hope you can handle this. Things get a little weird, as you've probably noticed. Things can get very weird, okay? But that's weird is beautiful. Weird is cool. Weird is beautiful. We're all weird here. Anyone who comes to Terra Illumination, by definition, is a little bit quirky, okay? But that's okay. Quirky is cool. Ellen, yeah, I just saw your notes on the screen. Ellen, the easiest way to book a reading is go to terraillumination.com. There's actually a whole website just for that. Okay, it's terraillumination.com. I keep forgetting to promote it. It's there on the channel. There's a button somewhere, but I keep forgetting to put it on the videos. So yeah, if you want a private reading, you just go to terraillumination.com and you'll figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Terra Illumination channel is about the channel, but to book the private readings, you got to go to terraillumination.com. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for openly admitting it in public, Christina. I, Christina, am totally a weirdo. It's a fact. It is now established, written for all time in the chat room of the Terra Illumination Love Tribe window, New Year's Eve, 2017-2018. Fact. Oh, I'm sorry, Ellen. Oh, well, yeah, people do get confused with the booking. So, Ellen, Um, hold on. I better make. So, Alan, when you go to terralumination.com, it's a website, and then there's a few buttons at the top. You can do it on your smartphone, a tablet, laptop, or whatever. So you go to terralumination.com, and at the top, you'll see welcome. There's a welcome video. It's like a tutorial, tells you what to do. And then also the next one is called Purchase Your Reading. So you click on that button, and it takes you to a PayPal page. So you can pick your reading, the little one or the big one, and then you put the money in the PayPal. Okay, you have to have a PayPal account. It's very easy to set up your own PayPal account. And then you can do all sorts of amazing things online, not just Terralumination. So you put the money in the PayPal, and then once the money comes through, I see it over here at the Terralumination World Headquarters. Believe it or not, we have an office here. So it shows up on the screens, and once I know everything's paid up and cleared, then you get a notice. Also, the next page is, so there's the welcome page, there's the purchase your reading page, and then there's the connect page. So you go to the connect page, and that's where you write to Terralumination, like, hello, I want a private reading, blah, 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 blah. My life is a complete mess. I have no idea what to do. Help. It's just that simple. Okay. So there you go. And we'll chat soon. It's kind of backed up now for at least a week, a little bit more. So you'll have to be patient. It'll take days to get the reading. If you can wait about a week, you'll be good. All right. So let's get back to you, Tanya. I hope that helped. Jenny, you just booked one? Okay. Well, for sure we'll be talking. It'll be early January sometime. All right, Tanya, cards are well shuffled. And now it's time for Tanya. It's Tanya time, people. Here we go. And we're doing a very, look at that. It's a one card cut. Woohoo! Wow, that's pretty rare. I don't mean to do that, but sometimes it happens. All right, so here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And what's the weather like, Tanya? That's circumstantial energy. You're going to make the best of it. You've got the Page of Wands. To me, this is really good news, Tanya. To me, it feels like you're in the right place at the right time with the right people doing the right thing for the right reasons. And it's the sense of like being aligned, getting aligned. It's like the weather is like, I'm not talking about the real weather. Like you might be in a freezing cold blizzard right now. But what I'm trying to say is that things are aligning for you in a very harmonious way, and you can take full advantage of that. It doesn't matter if you don't really know what's going on or how to do any of this stuff. The important thing is kind of tuning into your passion, what really, really turns you on, and then facing in that direction, then going for it and learning as you go. Don't be scared to learn as you go. Trust in your, let's say, your vision. Trust your vision and then kind of go for it, okay? That's what the weather is indicating. It's like, it's really good weather. So the whole idea is to make the best of it, okay, Tanya? It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. This is all about you. What's the situation? Okay, King of Wands. We're not going to turn this into a personal reading, okay? I'm just going to go broad energy. I'm not going to say, Tanya, there's this amazing, handsome dude who's going to show up with really cool clothes, and he's really got the hots for you. We're not going to do that here, okay? So, Tanya, it feels to me like right now it's all about you coming into your power, okay? Like, whoa! It's really Tanya time here. It's time for Tanya to come into your power and be in your power, live in your power, stay there and own it, okay? Like you have been, you might have been waiting for a very long time for this, where like this is your time to come into your own. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling very, very strongly aligned here with the desires, like if from youth or innocence or childhood, or if you've had childhood dreams and ambitions and desires that have never yet been fully fulfilled, the situation is that right now there's a chance to do this where you can come into your own, like start reaching levels of mastery where you can really, really shine. And this is the energy of someone, forget about it's a guy. Just think of it as energy, like some people say you're divine masculine, okay? All of that. So, um, hold on, I got distracted. Hold on. What? I just saw something on the screen that's freaking me out. Giggle has appointed herself into having a reading. Okay, I guess so. It takes a lot of courage to do that, but it's hard for me to deny you, Giggle. I don't think I've given you a reading ever, or if I did, it was probably a long time ago. I'll do my best to fit you in, but as you know, things are getting already pretty backed up here. Let's just do this. And so what do you? I'm excited for my reading, TL. Okay, I hadn't actually booked you for one, but you're here now. It's all right. Stay there, Tanya. Don't go away. Ellen. So Ellen's you're gonna send a retainer, like I'm an attorney or something. Send a retainer. Okay. I guess that's a way to do business. I don't know. So Tanya, right now, it's all about you coming into your power. This is the time. This is the moment. The situation is ripe. Even if you might not see it in the obvious way, it's like if you look around you enough with enough attitude of gratitude and realize how incredibly amazing it is just to be alive, especially to hang out with on the Terlumination Sunday Night Live show at the same time. That is fantastic. And this is you coming into your power where the situation is all about you getting fully in alignment with yourself, where you become a shining example who lives by example in your full radiance. Okay. So it's very inspirational. King of Wands energy is like, that's the sort of energy that attracts people. Like if you're the boss of a corporation, everybody wants to work for your company. Like everybody wants to be around Tanya because you're cool. Okay. And you know how to carry yourself with dignity and mastery and self-respect without turning it into an ego trip and rubbing it into everyone's face. This is the energy of deep self-respect and to the point of being an inspiration for others. Not everybody can do this. Okay, so what is the challenge? Okay, whew. Maybe you are your own worst enemy. Okay, maybe Tanya, you're one of these people who is in some ways very gifted, very talented, very capable, and yet at the same time, when things are out of alignment and that starts working against you, you can become your own worst enemy, your own worst, let's say, advocate. Very self-defeating. Now, it could also be like the clashing of energies. It could be other people. Perhaps there are some other very, very strong, capable people in your life, in your world, with whom there is some kind of deep, perhaps simmering conflict or very open conflict, whatever it is, that is in a very, very, let's say, an impasse where it's very, 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 very hard to break up the challenge here. It's almost like an impossible situation, and where it feels to me like this energy is very, very equal and powerful to this energy, but they're facing off against each other. And that could be you facing your deepest like belief systems that are getting in the way of your true passions and who you really want to be. That happens to people. So how are we going to deal with this? These very, very powerful energies that are actually facing off and clashing against each other. Okay. Okay, with the Ten of Wands here, Tanya, it's somehow or other, it all comes back to you where it's time to give yourself a break, because it's almost like, it feels to me like you've put yourself in an almost untenable situation where you have to break. Somebody has to give away something. Someone has to, like, say enough is enough. Okay, someone has to call it out, whether it's you or the other person, or whether it's you if you're at war with yourself. You have to call it out and just say enough is enough is enough. This has to stop. You're blocking your own energy. Someone else or something else is blocking your own energy from evolving, because it's like deadlock. It's like, to me, it feels like gridlock here. Inescapable, like nothing can move unless this is broken. This is broken up. Either it's internal battles or an external battle, power source versus power source, leader versus leader, yourself versus your other self. Whatever it is, it's enough. This is enough, Tanya. It's time to give up. It's time to set this aside and admit that this can't go anywhere. The only way things can move forward is by the willingness to admit that enough is enough and it's time to stop all this. Sure, you could keep pushing and pushing forever, but it's like you're grinding yourself into the ground for no reason, because nothing will happen here until this gridlock is sorted out. So somebody has to be very courageous and make a move. Somebody's got to do it. All right, Tanya, I hope that helps you. Hope you get something out of it. Let's see, who's next? Who is next? I hope I didn't freak you out or scare you, Tanya. Sweet Basil. Okay. Sweet Basil, you are up. Hey, hold on, wait a minute. I just got to catch up. I saw some new names. Wait a minute, I saw Fritali. Welcome, hello. Okay. Where did this card come from? Oh, that was the one at the bottom. Okay. All right, we're going to shuffle and then we're going to keep going. I'm glad you got something out of it, Tanya. I really am. You know, I try to keep it very light and spacey and broad spectrum, because sometimes, you know, we touch on very delicate subjects, and, you know, this is shared with everybody. Wait a minute, I just saw somebody new. Shafanta Hudson. Welcome. Hold on. Hello, Shafanta. Greetings. Welcome. Happy New Year. All right, Sweet Basil, you are up. You are up. Yes, basil is a good herb. Yes, good evening, Shafanta. Hello, 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 hello. I'm glad you're all making friends, checking in with each other. I know, I can see that some of you know each other already. That's cool. Just got to do a couple more. Sally D. Wait a minute, did I get you? I think I got you from Toronto. I don't think I did get you. No, I did not. Sally D. Hi, Sally D. Wait a minute, I lost the name. Welcome, Toronto. I bet it's cold over there right now. Man. Hold on, I need a sip. You just joined. Welcome. Hey, welcome, welcome. It's not too late. I don't think you're much of a chance of getting reading, to be honest, because I'm already pretty much full. It's going to be a short show tonight. But at least you showed up. You know where to hang out now. It's fun. We have a lot of fun. Yay. Okay? All right, Sweet Basil, this is it. You are up. You know the routine. Hold on to your hat, okay? Just hold on to your hat. And settle in, and it'll all be over soon. Don't you worry. Okay? All right, here we go. By the way, you're very courageous to let yourself have a reading live. Sometimes it gets really wigged out, and you know, it opens a floodgate of emotion, hysterical joy, or tragic sadness. We've done that on this show, and it's beautiful. But that's amazing because you've got to reveal it to heal it anyway. And that's the whole point of Terra Lumination. You know, the whole idea is to reveal what needs to be healed. Otherwise, you're stuck. So, did we just cut? I can't remember. Oh, I feel so absent-minded. I'm sorry, Basil. I don't know. Call me out if I messed up, but I feel like I messed up and I didn't cut. So I'm going to shuffle again and cut again to be extra sure. All right, so here we are. I'm probably repeating it. I have a feeling that I did cut already. And I'm sorry if I did, but you're going to get a reading anyway. Let's have a look. Situation, challenge. How are we going to handle this? And what's the weather like? Circumstantially, you have the Fool. It's just like you can do whatever you want, okay? That's very, very liberating. This is your chance. This is your time to really tune into the great beyond. And it's basically like saying, like one of these clients I had last week, fantastic session we had. In the end, he kind of wrote his own mantra. He said, I surrender. God, tell me who I have to be right now. I thought that was pretty cool. So it's like you, Sweet Basil, are being encouraged to take that big leap into the unknown, which I happen to think is very much to do with this Capricorn new moon. It's a very big deal for everybody, especially around the middle of January. You're probably going to feel it. Towards the end of January, big changes somewhere in your life, stepping deep into the unknown. Yoo-hoo! Might as well get used to it. And tomorrow night we have this beautiful thing, hopefully getting you all aligned and get you fully ready and aware for what's going to be happening in about 2 weeks from now. Okay, Sweet Basil? So get yourself all geared up, get yourself in alignment for the future, okay? Because the future is where it is at, okay? Let's have a look. What's the situation? Okay, well, definitely you're fired up. With the Eight of Wands here, it feels like you're already sensing this, like the whole idea of having a whole new start, a new chance in life in whatever department, maybe love, relationship, finances, career, locations, health, attitudes, understandings, whatever it is, wherever that Capricorn new moon lands in your chart. I just want to go back here. This one, it's this one. Wherever this lands in your chart, that's where you're going to have exciting new beginnings. It could be anywhere, okay, in any sector of life. But wherever it is, that's where all the action is. That's where all the excitement is, because it feels to me like you've got an awful lot to offer, a lot that you want to say, a lot that you want to do, a lot that needs to be expressed and is just itching to come out, okay? It's like loaded up with the passion for life in whatever department we were talking about over there. So what is the challenge with all of this? Okay. Okay, well, to me, this feels like extreme self-doubt. Okay, this is in the challenge position. And this card is energy that is so courageous and bold and fearless. And yet, when it's in the challenge position, it makes me feel like, okay, great, Sweet Basil. It's so awesome that you have these opportunities for wanting to jump into the unknown courageously and bravely. But the reality is that you might be really scared, really scared to actually make the leap. It's like you're right there, but it's like, I mean, let's go back to the card itself. Look, if you look very closely at the Fool card, it's like you are right there at the precipice of the front door of your own evolution. And there is the great beyond, the great unknown that lies await for you. And it's all very exciting, and that's very cool. But at the same time, it's almost like you're pooping your pants. Okay, like, oh my God, I don't think I can do this. No, there's no way I can handle this. I'm sorry. And of course, you can see how that is potentially very self-defeating behavior. It was just like the last reading, where it's like these two energies that are so completely diametrically opposed. All the passion faced off with all the fear of your passions coming into expression. Who? What is that? How do we deal with that? Okay. Treat it as an initiation. Okay. It's almost like, when you're a little kid and you're going to swim class or something, or you're going to diving classes at swimming pools and stuff, and it's time for you to do the big high dive. And you've never really done it before. And everyone's looking at you. Okay. There's no way out. And I'm just trying to paint a little story here. And you're walking right up to the tippy edge of the diving board and you're looking down at the water and you're thinking, no, no, no chance. I can't do this. There's no way I can do this. And yet at the same time, it's a very exciting thrill to think that you might be able to do this. And this is the big chance, the big time to do it. And so what that means is that it's the energy of initiation. It's like going through this massive portal of risk, of going into the bold unknown where you've never gone before, and taking that massive leap, massive jump, and knowing, trusting your deep intuition that even though you can't sense it or feel it because you might be so completely wrapped up in fear, that it's going to be okay, because you're just going to end up, it's not a huge, like, super high dive. It's just, like a kiddie's board. It's like 3 or 4 or 6 feet above the water. You're going to be fine. Even if you do a massive belly flop, you're not going to die. You're just going to make a big mess, and everyone's either going to laugh at you or they're going to say you're a freaking hero, but it doesn't matter. The important thing is to take the leap, and please understand it as an initiation. So yeah, it might be really scary, but the whole idea is to go through that portal. Okay, cross that line, take that risk, take that jump. Okay, and close your eyes if you have to, or just scream and go ah, and then jump. Okay, that's what it feels like from here. Okay, sweet basil, hope I didn't scare you. Sorry about that. Welcome to Terra Illumination New Year's Eve Sunday night wacko special. Angela, this one is for you. Okay, let's put some cards back here, and we're going to start again. We're going to start all over. Whew. I'm not going to tell you guys how to live your life. Okay, you have to make your own decisions. All we're doing here is these little fun mini tarot readings, and you can reinterpret them however you want. If you want to go and watch the show again, you can see it on the channel later on, and go to the action play rewinds that are just for you. Yay. Okay, Angela Dunn is here. Everybody, Angela Dunn is here. She is ready. It's your turn. Thank you so much for showing up. Right, let's have a look. Every time I think about this, I get so excited. One of the viewers here, she likes the channel, and she said she has like a Bluetooth or a wire or a cable or something, and she connects it to her big screen TV. So it's like, can you imagine watching can you imagine watching Terra Illumination reports or Sunday Night Live on big screen TV? It can happen. Apparently it can be done. I've never seen it. I don't know how to do it. I don't even have a TV. But apparently it happens. So Angela, if you're watching this on your smartphone, in bed under your covers, that's okay too. Okay, people do that. All right. If you're all snuggled up on your sofa with your slippers and you're eating chocolate and having champagne, that's cool too. All right. All right. We're almost there. Almost there. Perfect. All right, here we go. Hang in. Woo! Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Angela, you're one of the birthday people. Yay! Happy birthday. Jenny! It's okay. Calm down. Thank you very much. I love you. Thank you so, so much. I get it. I get it. Of course, it's $20 and eight. Oh, oh my God. I just got the joke. I just got it. I was going to say, thank you very much for $20.18. And then I looked at it and I thought, wait a minute. That's 2018. I get it. Hey, everybody, it's an after party at Jenny DeLuca's place. Okay? See you there. Don't forget to clean up after you leave Terra Lumination. I can't do it all myself. All right. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. You're awesome. As you can imagine, you're my favorite person in the world right now. Okay? Okay. So I have to be careful when I say things like that because I'm deeply married. Okay? I'm just letting you guys know. All right, Angela, this is it. I can't remember if I cut or not. I don't think I did. No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals. I'm going to do it again in case I forgot. There is your cut. Sorry, I will calm down. I got really, really carried away with myself just then. Things came out of my mouth that I probably should not have said. Okay? It's too late now. Sorry, people. Here's the situation. Here's how we're the challenge, and here's how we're going to handle it. And what's the weather like for you, Angela? Happy, 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 happy. So with the 10 of Cups here, this is the energy of like, let's just take a snapshot of your life right now. If somewhere, for some reason, whoever it is you're with, your life, your world, your family, your job, your people, whatever it is, if you get that really, really delicious, super, just yummy feeling that this feels good, and it's not about excitement or thrills, but it's like really deep in your heart. It's that energy of, oh, this is so good. I'm so, so lucky to have this. That's very, very good news. And if you're not feeling that, Angela, it's really, really important to remember that just being alive right now and doing something wacky like this is an amazing thing. Just to have it all, sharing this, it's like the energy of being with good people. Abby's not here tonight, I don't think, but she calls it the Terra Lumination Love Tribe. And I think we're going to start a band called the Terra Lumination Love Tribe. So it's like you're with good people, Angela. You are loving and you are loved. If you are a very loving person, please understand that you are also deeply loved. You might not know it, but you are very deeply loved, okay? And this card would not be here unless you were a very deeply loving person, and this is getting reflected back to you, okay? So there you go, Angela. That's your reading. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Just kidding. What's the situation? Kerblam. Bammo. So with the Knight of Swords, you might be on some kind of like, oh, like a not a mission, but more of a determination. Like it's like you are determined to set things right. Like if there has been any kind of injustice in your life, in your world, that threatens or destabilizes or undermines this happiness that is yours by right, then it's perfectly understandable that you might be in a situation where you feel it is about time to make things right. Bring justice to anything that is unjust. Like be the noble, almost like the freedom fighter, okay? And okay, congratulations, that's really great. But the thing is, the energy might be very sort of pent up and all fired up that it could easily hurt. You know, when you're going to war and you're facing into war, and there's a very good chance you can get hurt, okay? And of course, in war, you can also hurt other people because that's kind of what war is about. You got to be make sure, like as they say, pick your battles. Be very, very clear about how determined are you to set things right and bring justice to a situation that you feel should work better for not just for yourself, but maybe for everybody and everything. Like maybe you want to save the world. Okay, great. That's fine. But like, you know, it's great to have noble causes and everything, but sometimes it's really, really important just to like save yourself first. Okay. Make sure you got all your, you know, things in alignment, your own truths, your own understanding, your own beliefs, your own attitude of gratitude, your own set of truths that are irrefutable. You know, things like the laws of attraction, where you know it works, the laws of karma, and you know how they work, the understanding that love breeds love, you know, being loving and being loved, and you incorporate these in your life, in your world, and you're not having to battle, you know, things out there that are not even your business. Okay. So what's the challenge here? Okay. So with the Two of Wands in the challenge position, my feeling is that um, as much as you might be fired up about wanting to like carve out a new way of being, a new set of attitudes and set things to right, the challenge is that you might not really have any sense of direction with what to do or where to go with this, because it's almost like maybe there's too much energy flowing. Like some people get so worked up about like how awful the world is, and it becomes like this passion inside of them. Like they hate the big corporations, they hate the big banks, they hate pollution, they hate animal abusers, they hate all the crime and the currency manipulations in the markets and the abuse of the planet, everything. And it becomes very consuming. But if there's no direction to it, it just becomes like power that's expended for no reason, and it becomes very wasted energy. And so the challenge is like deep down, you might not really be sure what to do or where to go with this, where to channel your like your good intentions. And of course, that can be very frustrating. You know, it's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? How am I supposed to do this? Because if you don't have a clear vision yet, then it's a lot of energy that's going to get dispersed and wasted for no reason. It's very, very important when you have this much energy and determination to make sure it's well properly channeled. So let's have a look. How are you going to handle this? Okay. It's like with the Four of Pentacles here, focus on what actually works in your day-to-day life. Okay. It's almost like I see these as two very contradictory energies. Like it's like it's almost like getting out of your head and getting into your heart and the nuts and bolts of life of what really, really counts. And I feel that the Four of Pentacles here is saying, okay, great, Angela. Thanks so much. It's great that we've got all this and it's out there and it's potential there. And if it's being disturbed, you might want to protect that and defend that. On the other hand, the way to do it might be just much more simple, is just focus on the nuts and bolts of life. Like make sure that you brush your teeth, make sure you're well fed, make sure the shopping is done, make sure the bills are paid, make sure the house is clean, make sure that the nuts and bolts in life are really working properly. This is, to me, with the Four of Pentacles here right now, it's about creating structure and order and like really, really good boundaries, like setting up home, things like that, but with inside of yourself, so that you become really, really strong inside of yourself, first and foremost, with good solid foundations, before you go charging around, trying to save the world. Okay? I hope I didn't hurt your feelings, Angela, but that's kind of how I feel it here with the story. Okay? Carsono, you're next. You're also a birthday person. Hold on. I need to reload the page because something got all swirly there. Swirly and squirrely. Okay, there we go. You're back. All right. So thank you, Angela. Hope I didn't scare you away from Tarot Illumination. It's not a bad place to hang out. And if that reading sounded totally crazy to you, it might have made perfect sense to someone else. Okay? So don't you worry. Carsona, you are up. Let's have a look. Yes, it's your turn. It's your turn now. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. I like a clean deck, okay? All right. So you kind of get the drift of what's going on here, all right? So Carsona, here's the situation. Here's the challenge, and here's how we're going to handle it, all right? This is the circumstantial energy. What have you got going on? Another repeat card, 8 of Wands here. So Carsona, it might be that you have a lot of pent-up energy right now in your surroundings, like almost to the point where it's overwhelming, a lot of pressure on you, but also that could be a reflection of you because you might be one of those people right now who is just really fired up and itching and desiring to express yourself, your passions, your desires, your dreams, your goals, your visions, and your missions. And maybe you're starting to see that come back to you from your environment. That can be a good thing. Um, like the circumstances of our life and world are often a reflection of what's going on inside of us. So if you're seeing that out there and you're sensing that out there, please take it, in some ways like a reflection of yourself. Like maybe just go, maybe this is a really good time and energy for you to go for it. What's the situation? Okay, ownership, like getting things together when it comes to the nuts and bolts of life. Okay, so right now your situation might be that you could maybe congratulate yourself because in your own way it might be that you've done a really really good job of getting your act together, getting your life together, where things really really work, where you are like, how when certain people are like right in the zone, they're like being the right person in the right place for the right job, the right purposes, and things just all line up and work. That just doesn't happen overnight. That takes a lot of work and energy, perhaps over lifetimes to get to the point where there's this level of mastery. Whether you're running a fish and chip shop, or if you're running a corporation, or you're the head of a family, or you're the patriarch or the matriarch, where you have to hold it all together so that everything else works in your world. That's tough to do. Forget the gender here. This is like mastery at that level where you would also be recognized and understood and appreciated for being the person who really has their act together, like the reliable one, the trustworthy one, uh, where, like with King of Pentacles energy, because it's not self-serving. I mean, they're obviously, enjoying their status and their position. But, if somebody needed help, you could go up to the King of Pentacles and say, hey, listen, man, um, I love hanging out with you. I get it. I could really do with some tips and advice about how you do what you do. And the King of Pentacles would be magnanimous enough to show, like, well, learn how to carry your own load, learn how to think long term and be very, very patient and work hard. And then you too can be like me. There you go. So, what's the challenge with all of this? Okay, maybe, okay, with the Page of Swords here, what I'm feeling is that uh, it's like, even with this capability here, even if you are, let's say, Carsona, even if you're working hard to attain mastery and reach levels of, let's say, stability in this world, become the boss of your world, own your life properly, getting it all locked down and working properly. The challenge might be is that either someone else or even deep inside of yourself, you're like cutting yourself to pieces a little bit, like doubting your own truth, doubting your own sanity, doubting your own perceptions and like belief systems, and like second guessing yourself. So can you see how that's not very helpful? That's not very self-serve. That's not very self-loving. So what might be happening is that, like, the challenge is that, like, there's a lot to do, a lot to be said, and it's very, very encouraging, and you're being encouraged to do that. The environment is very supportive for you to be like this, to be this way, but you might be very good, or this might be coming at you, where it's almost like there might be people trying to undermine you, or sort of like badmouth you, or when people call out the truth, like whistleblowers, uh, but they might not be knowing what they're talking about. Okay, because words can be very, very hurtful. I don't care what, they say, blah blah blah, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's not true. Words can be extremely powerful tools. They can be used as weapons, or words can be used to lift us up and enlighten us. So it's like the challenge might be is that you're dealing with some of your own inner conflicts, your own, like, language coming to you, where you doubt yourself with your own words, and you defeat yourself with your own with your own language without even knowing it. Okay, some people are really good at self-sabotage in that way. This is not the Seven of Cups, but it feels like it would be like the Seven of Cups in action. I mean, the Seven of Swords, where the desire for truth and the truth telling and bringing, like, uh, fake stuff to the surface, whether that's coming at you or whether you're calling that on yourself, like doubting yourself, that's a problem. How are we going to deal with that? Well, it's almost like you're going to have to just trust your passions. Please treat whatever is going on with you in your life right now, Carsona. Um, if you are, let's say, being challenged by things like gossip or your own, like, mental chatter that is very self-defeating, and it's undermining your desire or your abilities to be your true self, have full ownership of your life. With the Ace of Wands here, supported by these conditions and these environments, it's a really, really good time to become very, very, very clear, starkly aware about how it's incredibly easy to undermine yourself with a few simple words like, oh no, I can't do that. There's no way I could do that. Or I already know someone who tried to do that or be that way and they screwed up. Why should I bother? You know, it's so easy to undermine yourself and shortchange yourself, where this becomes very, very devalued, and you end up devaluing yourself. And it's time for you right now, Carsona, to understand that that's the worst thing you can do to yourself. And instead, it's time to, like if you're feeling inspired to charge forward and, like, be more true to who you are, and, let's say, start conditioning yourself with better thought patterns and, like, retraining, like whatever they call it, neuro-linguistic programming, where you start, infusing yourself, instead of judging yourself or coming down on yourself verbally, or let other people come down on you verbally or with their thoughts or beliefs. You flip it around and you start to do your own invocations, your own self-empowering invocations, like, I am worthy, I am deserving, I am open to receive all this bounty, I am ready, I am willing, I am able to receive this bounty. Okay, and live it like you mean it. Okay, this is a chance right now to make a fresh start. If you've been stumbling over yourself over and over again, this is the chance for a fresh start, where you put yourself in the first place and you treat yourself properly. Okay, treat yourself like a king. Whether you're a girl or a guy, doesn't matter. Treat yourself like royalty. Okay, dignified, deep self-respect, deep love, deep honor, deep truth, all of that. and do it with everything that you've got, and start this, treat this as a whole new mission, a whole new way of life, a whole new way of being. All right. All right. I hope that helps you, Carsono. That's all I got for you right now. Hey, Trista, I didn't see you earlier. I'll just put you on the board. Hold on. I want to make sure I got you on the board. Stay there. I know I didn't get you earlier. There you go. That's Trista Perry. Hi, Trista. Welcome to a Terra Illumination Sunday Night Live special, New Year's Eve special. You know, I thought everyone was going to be, you know, sipping champagne, but no. Okay, see what we just talked about, the readings can be useful to others. Fritterly just says, I need to do this too. You get it? Yay, thank you, Carsona. Candace. Just popped on in. Okay, hi, Trista. Good to see you. Just hanging out. Okay, Happy New Year. The show's going to be over pretty soon, and you can all have fun tonight and pop your champagne, your fake champagne, or your herbal teas, whatever you do to celebrate. You know, it's amazingly freaky weird to think like, you know, there's billions of people on the planet tonight celebrating this day. It's freaky. It's freaky, you know? I mean, who made it up? Who is the one who said that January the 1st is the big day? Somebody did. Somebody had to make it up. It wasn't me. All right. Cards are shuffled. We are moving on. We're going to go to MC. Terra Illumination needs a break. Okay, so hang out. I'm just going to put on some tunes. We can hang out, but I need a pee break. Okay, stay there. Don't go away. It's break time. I just need a few moments, okay? There you go. It's break time. Okay, so give me a moment. I think I kind of want to go towards some party song. I'm going to put Hey Oh on for all the ladies who hey oh, this is just going to dance one, okay? You can all just goof around and jump around the fire, okay? Yes, I am a human being. I missed the bus tonight to school. My stalker walked me home. I sprayed his face with mace and then he left me home. Tonight, I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. Nothing wrong with you. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. A lot of my relationships, they end up in the ditch. So I'm getting counseling for being uncontrollable. Doctors will behave me, they make me trip and fall. So if you are the man you say you are, you don't get close at all. Hey, tonight, I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. Hey, nothing wrong with you. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. Fashions and manicures, the brain solutions, the pets, the packs, the fancy racks, the empty substitution. All the things they need is a man that turns me out of show. Takes me naked in the ocean, living with you. Tonight, I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. Nothing wrong with you. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you.
Getting tattoos on my ass and up and down my arms could get me into trouble, leaving me rejected. Then again, pretending I'm superior like they all do. There is no guarantee that I will be accepted. Tonight, I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. We're gonna dance the stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you.
Okay, well, it's just a little quickie break. Just needed that, you know, bodily functions and everything. Taking care of business. MC, you're up. You are up. All right. Cards were well shuffled, as you could see. And just going to the last second for you, MC. Okay, your name is here, MC. So we are pretty much there. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Because as you know, this is an extremely serious channel. We do really important, serious stuff here, including wacky tarot readings for people who call themselves MC. Okay. Wouldn't that be cool if that was on your driving license? Hey, I'm MC. Okay. Or your birth certificate. So, what's the situation? What's the challenge? How are we going to handle this? I hope I did the cut. I can't remember. Why am I getting so absent-minded about doing the cuts? I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. Queen of Cups. So MC, my feeling is that it's important, really, really, really important to understand, like, what is this concept of love right now? It's like you might not be aware, like you're swimming in it all the time. I have this little joke I use sometimes. Pretend you're going scuba diving, okay? And you're off on a beautiful, sunny, warm coral reef somewhere, and everything is just gorgeous. And you go, you know, you're a few feet below, and everything's beautiful. These amazing fish and barnacles and anemones and corals and everything. And then this beautiful, beautiful, amazing fish swims right up to you, right into your face, and looks at you and kind of goes, "Oh, you're a scuba diver. Wow. Excuse me, do you mind if I ask you while we're here? I've been really itching to know. No one else around here seems to know. Please, Mr. Scuba Diver, can you tell me, what is this thing called water?" And of course, the scuba diver kind of goes, hey man, you're swimming in it. You're swimming in it all the time. Duh. And the poor fish goes like, well, what do you mean? And the scuba diver goes, oh gosh, look around you. See all this? It's beautiful. This is your whole world. You're swimming in it. It's love, man. And the fish kind of goes, okay, if you say so, I don't get it. So all I'm trying to indicate here for you, MC, is that it's really, really important to know that you are literally swimming in love all the time. You just might not know it, okay? And then once you kind of go click and you realize, oh my gosh, that's what we're made of. The whole planet is made up of energy, and the ultimate energy is love. It is the healing power of love in action, just like the absence of love is the absence of like love in action. It's like the shadow energy, and it's just a decision. All decisions boil down to yes or no. Are you going to tune into the healing power of love? Are you going to tune in and allow love to move and flow into your life? Or are you just going to live your whole life on autopilot? It's really, really important to know right now, MC, that there is so much out there available to you. You can treat it as a natural resource. Okay. And the more you get in the flow of it, the more the resources flow to you. It's an amazing phenomenon. Okay. What's the situation? Okay. Whoa. I don't want to turn this into a relationship reading, but some people see this as like the engagement card. Some people as the wedding card. Let's take it more broad. Let's say, MC, it is now time for you to become married to yourself. Get in touch, pretend you're that fish down there in the coral reef and look around you. Take a really, really good look around you and notice all the good loving things. Of course, with all the news and stuff, we're constantly bombarded with all the pain and the sorrow and the tragedy and the suffering. But, that's an SEP. You know what an SEP is, don't you? Have you seen that? I learned this from my brother. This is an incredibly important lesson that I learned. So I'm passing this on to you, MC. This is all about initials. S-E-P. Okay? So for you, MC, the formula is SEP. Anything that is not good for you, and that's not really your business, that's someone else's problem, okay? SEP. It's really important for you right now to get in touch with you and understand that everything else that's out there is just kind of like static. It's time for you to get married, get engaged, hook up with yourself if you have to. You can reinterpret that however you want. But what I'm trying to get here is that it's time to like celebrate, like pretend you're that fish, to celebrate and realize, okay, I don't get it, but I sort of get it. Like, so I'm swimming in everything that I need. All the stuff that you need is out there. And then you embrace that, you bring that into your life and you make it official. Like, I am now officially in love with me. I am now officially engaged with myself. This is the energy, the situation of being your own best mate, so to speak. Like, what would MC do? When some people say, what would Jesus do? Or what would my boss do? Or this is about time. Well, what would be best for MC to bring out the best in yourself? And that's what you do, is you marry yourself. You bring all the good love that's out there and you bring it in alignment with what works for you. Okay? Shamelessly. And you parade that. You turn that into something to celebrate, where you can share your love with others, and then that allows others to share their love with you, and you turn it into a celebration. Okay? It's kind of like what we're doing here tonight, frankly, at Tarot Lumination Sunday Night Live. We're kind of living this by example. I do the best I can here to live by example and love myself as much as I can. It's not always easy, but the better you get at this, the better it works for other people too. All right, so let's have a look. What's the challenge? Okay, wondering whether you can even do this or not. If you might be in a state of severe self-doubt, whether you deserve this. Maybe there's someone out there, MC, who's got the hots for you, and they want to get hooked up with you big time. Maybe you're available or not, but still the intention's there, the love is there, and it's potentially something, perhaps really, really good. And like, it could work for you, it could work for them, even if it's just you learning how to like be your own best mate. And yet the problem is wondering whether you deserve that or not. Okay, that's a huge, huge problem in terms of, self-defeating behavior. This is normally, it would be a card of victory, celebration, well-deserved victory. In other words, you coming home from whatever challenges you had to deal with, having prevailed, and then being appreciated, deeply appreciated by others as you have extended yourself for others, and you're getting all the accolades back in return. However, in the challenge position, This to me represents extreme doubt, extreme doubt in whether you even deserve this or not. And so it's like we go back to that little invocation I just used earlier, but I'm going to put a determination on it. And I'm going to say, MC, you are worthy, you are deserving, and you need to be open to receive. Be ready, be willing, be able to receive, okay? I'm not telling you how to live your life, but there's so much potential here for being happy. So how are you going to deal with this, this challenge here of like perhaps, wondering whether this could ever work or not? Like if there's someone out there, if it's not you, if it is a relationship thing, and there's a lot of potential love at stake here that's out there, but you're doubting whether it's real or whether it's true or whether it could happen or not. Of course, we all have our doubts, but if it's the real thing, why would you stop that? How are you going to overcome your own doubts? Okay, generosity, kindness. It's time to be very kind to yourself. Maybe uh, do it in very, very simple ways. Allow yourself to be treated to what you deserve. Be willing to accept the good things that are coming to you, because you may be called upon another time to be very kind and generous to others who may be in need. So right now, it feels to me like you, MC, are the person who is in need. And it's very much about being willing to accept the good things that are coming to you, the good things that you deserve, because you might have planted a lot of seeds of generosity and kindness and compassion and, let's say, comfort and assistance without knowing it. And now it's time that it's come back to you, but you're doubting yourself because, I don't know, for whatever reasons of self-doubt, you know, senses of lack. Sometimes when we face good fortune and good things come to us, we think like, oh, it can't be. It can't possibly be. That's only in movies. And then you end up defeating yourself. Whereas it looks like there's something really, really potentially very good going on here, MC. And the only obstacle is your doubt. Your doubts about the chance that this could be real or good. And the indication here with the Six of Pentacles is, please be kind to yourself, MC. Please be willing to accept the good things that are coming to you. Please be willing to accept the good stuff that you deserve, the love that you deserve in terms of acts of kindness. Love is as love does. Evidence of love, okay, coming to you. Just be willing to accept it. Okay? All right, I hope that makes sense. I hope you get something out of that, MC. Let's just keep going. There's a few more to do. Fritali, talk about. Hey, Trista, thank you. Well, I'm glad you get something out of the readings. I try to keep it broad and based to the soul and the heart. Sometimes, when we do the private readings, it's a whole different thing. We get really deep into it. But for here tonight, we're kind of having fun. I don't want to scare people away. Thank you so much, MC. It was truly fun to read that little reading for you. And I hope it made sense. If it doesn't, you can always watch it later on the channel, like as an action replay. Okay, Giggles, you're up. Cheers, Giggles. Happy New Year. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Let's have a look. Okay. Giggles. Good to have you here. It's good to have you here. Cards are shuffled. What's going to happen? What's going on, Giggles? Whole new chapters in life unfolding for everybody. I don't know if you saw this earlier, Giggles. I think you came to the show really late. We were doing these chit chats about the. Oh, are you next, Christina? Is that what you said? Oh yeah. Oh, well, I don't see your name here, but it seems like you've appointed yourself, Christina. Okay. I wasn't aware that you were next, Christina, but apparently you have already figured it out. I'm just going to put R, okay? I had no idea. Wait a minute, now Precious is claiming that you're next. Oh dear. We've started a turf war. I'm sorry. We're just going to keep going and trust that everything will sort itself out. All right. You kind of have to humor me here because I don't really have a plan about how to do these things. I just kind of wing it as we go along. Sometimes I just cherry pick and I just indulge myself in whoever I want, or whoever jumps to the front of the line and they scream the loudest, sometimes that's the one who gets the reading. I don't know. Okay? I just don't know. Now everybody's screaming. Oh my gosh. Let's just get on with it. Okay, here we go, Giggle. This one's for you. This one's for you. Hope something comes out of it. I'm getting a little bit spacey here, and I don't really know why. I think it's because I'm in a very good mood, and for whatever reason, perhaps it's the planets or something, you know? I was just going to show you this. Talk about the new beginnings, the new year. We're starting off with a really, really big bang. We came out of that new moon Sagittarius almost 2 weeks ago. That was the end of a huge chapter for all of us. Saturn in Sagittarius is finished, okay? But we've got a huge cluster of planets piling up over with Saturn in Capricorn over here, the start and the mark of a whole new 3-year chapter unfolding for all of us, okay? It's a big deal. It's starting in the middle of January, and it's at the new moon there. So we've got 2 weeks to get ourselves aligned, okay? And we are here right now, coming up to this full moon. You see this beautiful, beautiful pattern here? It's wonderful. It's beautiful. This is good for everybody. And we'll learn a lot about these. It's really about tuning into heart love energy with all this Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer stuff going on here. And all the support between Scorpio and Capricorn and Pisces and Capricorn. It's really good for everybody. So everybody, please take advantage of this. And you might feel it most in your relationships, okay? All the gooey, mushy, fun stuff and all the good reality checks, all finding and bridging their way to balance, okay? We'll see. So let's have a look. All right, so did I just cut? Oh gosh, I can't remember. Yes, I did. I did cut. I did cut. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did cut. Yes. I wish somebody could tell me that I cut, but yeah, let's just say I cut it. We cut this. We cut the deck. All right, Giggle? We're just going to say that we cut the deck. So why am I cutting again? Jeez. All right, here we go. This is situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And we're going to look at circumstantial energy. Just a second. And you, Giggle, like anyone on this channel, you're going to make the best of it, okay? The weather is the weather. It is what it is, okay? It's beautiful, okay? Giggle, this is beautiful. Back to love energy, big cups energy. This is the opportunity card. The aces are opportunity. It's divine, sacred opportunity. And this would not be here for you unless you deserve this, Giggle, okay? So maybe this is the time, new chances, new openings, new beginnings in your life where you can really, really tap into what is most important. It is the love. It is the ability to receive love. It is the ability to open your whole body, mind, heart, and soul to be able to receive love as a phenomenon, as an energy field, as a force. Literally, the healing power of love moving into your life. Okay? It is there, it is available for you. It was like that reading from earlier. This is the energy in which you are swimming. This is the healing power of love. This is what you're swimming in, okay? And it's there for you. The key thing, the hardest thing for everybody, of course, is to accept it. But before you can even accept it, you have to be aware that it's there. All that's happening here on this show tonight is a reminder, Giggle, that it is there. It's always out there for you, and it's just up to you to accept it and allow it to flow in your life, okay? So, what's the situation? Okay, redemption, forgiveness, reconciliation, starting from scratch. So there's a lot of very strong energy in your world right now, Giggle, about new starts, new beginnings, and being forgiven and being willing to forgive. In other words, by offering freedom and redemption and reconciliation to others, perhaps significant others, where the love was jeopardized, and now there's a chance to save the day, so to speak. It's like the healing power of forgiveness is very, very powerful, because then it allows everything to flow again. It's like, yeah, you screwed up. Yeah, they screwed up. Yeah, you were brought into deep pain and suffering and deep loss. Yes, there was betrayal, abuse, and all sorts of horrible things and traumas that happened. But it's over, it's history, and we're living in the present right now. And in the right now, in the present, the situation right now is like, forgive all that. What counts right now? The only thing that counts right now is this, okay? Being loving, being loved. Nothing else matters. And so when you liberate yourself and you allow yourself to be liberated, one of the best ways to do that is be forgiving, be forgiven. Be forgiving, be forgiven. Offer forgiveness, receive forgiveness. Offer redemption and reconciliation, receive redemption and reconciliation. That's kind of what's going on here. That's what I feel. Okay, Giggles? So it's there for you. It's available to you. And it could be happening right now. What's the challenge with this? Okay. Well, it's very, very easy to get sucked up and swallowed in grief, sorrow, and it makes it very, very hard. Like if there was the loss of a loved one, or you've lost yourself in some way, like worrying about whether ever love will come to you, whether you can share it or whether it can receive it, whether you can give it, whether you can receive it. Either way, again, this is more doubt. I feel it's like more and more doubt. Like, it's almost like it's like wondering whether you will ever be worthy or deserving or open to receive love, whether you'll ever be ready, willing, or able to receive love, because there might have been so much pain in the past that really does need forgiveness, but it can still consume you. If there's been a lot of, let's say, loss of love, or tragic loss of love, or the lack of love, it can be very, very crippling, okay? Because it can take hold in our bodies. Like the energy of sorrow and grief is very, very consuming, and if it's allowed to continue to circulate, then it can be very debilitating, and it makes it very, very hard to allow redemption to occur. It makes it very, very hard for the love to flow. In other words, as much opportunity as there is out there to receive the love and allow the love to flow, if you're blocking it by focusing all your energy on the loss, focusing everything on the pain and the loss and the sorrows, that is blocking the flow of the love. You know, energy flows where attention goes, okay? So no matter how painful things might be, if all your attention is focused on what is lost, how much sorrow and pain and tragedy there might have been, what you're doing is you're feeding energy into the problem. And that doesn't help anybody. And it's almost ends up like you end up wallowing in pain and misery, and it just gets worse and worse because you keep feeding it, and the pain starts to own you, and it just grows. And so that's a big problem. So how do we stop that? Because, you know, you can stop it by a decision, by saying enough is enough. It's time to reconcile. Okay? But it can be very, very hard to do that if there has been, you know, trauma or tragedy or betrayal of heart and things. And then getting back into the groove where you understand deep down that there is a little tiny two of cups available for you, just like a little miniature two of cups right there, pure love. So how are we going to get around this? Okay, treat yourself like a winner. Treat yourself like you deserve to be forgiven. You deserve to receive good love. You deserve to have fresh starts. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to, let's say, you deserve to win. Okay? Like, but it has to be done by invocation. I feel there have been a lot of readings tonight where I feel it's very much about how to brainwash ourselves into coming back into alignment with ourselves. And that's what I do in my personal life a lot. I have a lot of little miniature invocations that I do regularly. I'm going to give a little tiny one here for you, Giggle, which should be like almost like a victory celebration. And these are the lyrics to a new song that'll come out this year. It's called It's the Perfect Time. There's only 4 lines in the whole song, and it just goes on and on like that, the whole thing, like a big chant, okay? Like some weird Indian, you know, guru chant thing. But it's in the form of a dance pop song. So it goes like this. It's the perfect time for you to decide to let love in, love and healing. Repeat, 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 repeat. Okay? That's all it is. And you keep saying that over and over to yourself, and eventually, by the power of invocation, by the power of your words, by living according to like very pure words, you can turn it around, where you can open the door to redemption and reconciliation, and you can start pulling all the power away from focusing on the sadness and the trauma and the grief, and instead turn it around to what's still there. The love is still there, and you move on to in a future by saying right now. It's right now. Right now is the time. That's how you make your decisions. Own all of your power in the now. It's the perfect time for you to decide to let love in, love and healing. Okay? Thanks, Giggle. Okay, now I need a beverage. It's official. It is official. Yeah, exactly, Trista. It's literally turn it to a positive. You're taking the same energy, the massive amounts of energy of the judgment card, and flipping it around to something positive. Okay? And that's a decision. It's all about the decisions. Okay? The healing power of your decisions. All right, let me shuffle a bit. Hold on. Who's next? Christina. Christina. All right, I need a beverage, people. Excuse me. I'm going to pour some cranberry juice over here, if you don't mind. Okay, you didn't see that. There you go. Cheers, everybody. Happy New Year. I'll put this over here. Christina, greetings. God. Hey, M. Knox, greetings. Oh my gosh, there's like, now that people are here, everybody wants a reading, and I'm pretty much close to burnt out. And I know it's only 9 o'clock. Sometimes we go for 4 hours, but we've only been going for 2 hours, and I'm already kind of like getting a bit floppy and dopey. It's been very, very, very busy here at Terra Lumination World headquarters, and TL needs a break too. Okay, so let's just see how we go. Let's read for Christina and see how we go. All right, cards are well shuffled. You witnessed that. All right, Christina. And we're just going to really do a wacky break here. Cut. There we go. And of course, I always thank you. I keep forgetting about this stuff. Wait a minute. Let's do the reading. Let's do the reading. Okay, then we'll hang out. Okay, here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And what's the weather like, Christina? Looking into your prospects. Okay, so Christina, if you're weighing up what to do with all your passion, your drive, your energy, your goals and ambitions, but you haven't decided yet, it's the perfect time for you to decide to let your passions rise and let them flow and let your vision flow, okay? You don't have to know the end point. You don't have to know the end goal at this point. I mean, it helps, like if you're setting up a corporation or something, it helps to have a vision, a mission, um, like a statement, whatever they call it. It's like a mission statement, you know, and put that in print, like a very small little sentence, a couple of sentences. This is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to go. This is how I'm going to do it. These are the people who I'm going to do it with, and this is why I'm going to do it. Okay. Now you might not be at that stage right now, but the energy is there for you. It's saying, Christina, it is time to get yourself in alignment. Okay. Please, Christina, you've got 2 weeks. Get yourself aligned with this huge. Okay, this is where we are right now. You've got 2 weeks to get yourself aligned with this. Okay, so go for it. Okay, so you get a little lost in the details. I saw that. All right, so we're just going to say this is, okay, maybe you do have big picture goals. Maybe you do have big ambitions, but it's time to like start to, let's say, put it on paper, define the mission, define the vision, define the goals, the purpose, and the end point. Maybe start to identify that. What's going on? What's the situation? Aha. The thing is that you might be embroiled in very, very distracting events, circumstances right now, which are completely, let's say, undermining your ability to advance. Okay? This is the energy of futile conflict with the Five of Swords here. If you're in a situation with people, Christina, where either you feel like you've got to hold your own ground and you have to win, you have to prove a point just for your own sense of ego, it's not going to help anybody. And if other people are coming at you feeling that they have to have things their way and that's the only way things that can be, then, you know, it's not. But if you end up, if you end up in one of those fights where somebody comes at you and then you get sucked into it, you take the bait, and then all of a sudden now you're defending yourself. For what? Or if you're like the perpetrator here and you're insisting that things become a certain way, have to be a certain way, and other people are going like, you know what? If you insist, sure. But frankly, we don't care. Like they're all saying over here, like, okay, well, guys, do you want to be happy or do you want to win? And they're all saying, I don't care anymore. I just want to feel good. I don't even want to bother with any of this. So whichever side you're on, Christina, this is the energy of futile conflict. If this is where you're embroiled in something, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just a distraction. It gets in the way, and it completely undermines your capacity to focus all your energy where it needs to go. Okay? What's the challenge with all of this? Okay. You might have lost complete track of your own self-worth here. Because if, for example, you're one of those people who really did take the bait, somebody might be very, very smart in your environment, in your world, where they're really, really good at pulling your chain, uh, touching your nerves, touching your Achilles heel, and undermining you, knowing that they can debilitate you, because once they touch that nerve, it's like, wow, you get sucked in and you take the bait, and then all your energy is expended just trying to prove a point or stay alive or uh, counteract their own like futile energies to whatever, to serve their own egos. And it's utterly wasted energy. And it takes you to the point where the challenge is realizing your own self-worth in this situation. Like, why would you stoop to this? Why would you bother to allow yourself to take the bait and get sucked into these energies of futile conflict? The challenge is recognizing your own values, your own self-worth, and that's far more important than anything that anyone else says outside of you about what really, really counts. Okay? So with the Queen of Pentacles here is your challenge, in the challenging position. It's like understanding and recognizing your own self-worth, your own values, to the point where you don't have to prove them to anybody. You don't have to fight about that. You just have to live them and own them. And it doesn't matter about anyone else or anyone else's issues or problems with you. If they have a problem with you, that's their problem. Okay? As soon as they have a problem with you and you accept it as a problem, then you are screwed. All your value and self-worth and sense of self becomes taken down. You end up going down to their level. Okay? And if you're doing that to yourself, it's futile. Okay? So, how are we going to deal with this? Ha! It's like if you're embroiled in this thing, if it's like a, hold on. If you're in a position where let's forget about other people altogether. Okay, you can see the awesomeness of these cards here together. So my feeling is that, Christina, if you're one of these very highly advanced experts at, let's say, getting taken down by others without even knowing it's happening, and you are constantly having to, question your own value or your own values, your own self-worth, and you keep getting hooked. You keep getting hooked by these kind of behaviors, and where you end up unwittingly becoming a victim. Even though you think you're having to fight and you support yourself and protect yourself, you're actually allowing yourself to be undermined. And that's a problem. And the point here, the way to how to handle it, is literally to be able to say, I hate to use this, I'm not going to use the F word on this channel, but it's time for you, Christina, to say, F you, okay? F you. F all of you. If that's you, Christina, betraying yourself, it's time to say, Christina, F you for allowing yourself to be undermined by your own sense of lack of self-worth. This has to stop. And then you, Christina, has to say, wow, I really needed to hear that from you. So my feeling here, Christina, is that this is you facing you. This is the divine feminine, as they call it, with the divine masculine, as they call it, and getting everything in alignment where, again, this is like self-brainwashing energy here that I'm feeling. It's time for you to put yourself first, claim ownership, like own your values, own your truth, own your assets, own your talents, own your gifts shamelessly with pride and honor and dignity and uh, deep love of self, where you bring yourself into alignment with yourself, where the masculine and the feminine become one, become married to the self. You become your own best spouse, okay? And this stuff needs to be obliterated, okay? Wherever that's coming from. If it's self-sabotage or if it's coming from outside, it's time for you to be the boss of you now and not let this. Like if you feel so threatened, it's like it's almost time to say, you know what, people, I don't give an effing toss about you and your stupid little games. I'm not going to buy this. I'm not going to buy into your BS anymore. I don't care. I don't need you. I don't want this. I don't need this. I'm not going to be sucked down into your world. Thank you very much. Okay? So you become the boss of you, Christina. You don't allow any other people to undermine you in your chances of evolving and growing forward. Otherwise, you just get held like it's just almost like, ha ha ha, we effed her up again. Ha ha ha. She didn't even see it coming. She took the bait again, 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 and again. Ha 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 ha. It has to stop. And the way you stop it is by taking complete command and control of the situation. And I'm just going to put this on paper because I can't really say it. I'm going to start invoking this as a new chapter in the healing power of love. This is going to be called the healing power of you. Get it? Get it? Get it? The healing power of enough. Okay? You don't need to be sucked into any of that stuff, Christina. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. All right? So there. Okay, I better take that off. I don't know if the YouTube community guidelines will accept this, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, people. Yay. Okay. All right. Okay, Christina. It's the healing power of no. Let's put it more gracefully, okay? In a more gentle, graceful way. We'll just, for the sake of community guidelines, we'll call it the healing power of no. Excuse me, no. Okay? Primary, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. So, Christina, we figured it out. It's all about the healing power of no. No more of your futile behavior. Or you could put the healing power of no more. Or the healing power of no way. Okay, whatever it is, whatever works for you, Christina, it's the healing power of ultimately, it's the ultimate maximum power is the healing power of do, 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 do. You can read that, okay? But in a more modest, more succinct form, it is the healing power of no. Okay? You have a right to say no, Christina. All right, so there you go. Yeah. You see what happens, Christina? Like everybody gets on your side. It's just like, go, Christina. Take your power back, Christina. Get it? Get it? Yeah. Have to be very careful. At times like this, the backstage crew get all excited and they kind of want to jump in and do crazy stuff. But they're on a break tonight, so they're not going to be here. I can promise you that. Look at that one. Susan C. said, no is a complete sentence. There you go. Pow. The healing power of no. Yeah. Also, this was the other one. The healing power of recognizing SEP, someone else's problem. Okay? Only focus on what is yours, okay? Mind your own business. Take care of your own business. Protect your money. Protect your finances. Protect yourself, okay? Everything else is kind of irrelevant. The president does this. The truck drivers do that. The school teachers do that. Just be you, okay? SEP. Everything else is SEP. Everything else is someone else's problem. All right. All right, I need another beverage. I have to put another song on, folks. I'm kind of worn out. I know. I'm just going to put this one on to cheer everybody up because this is what I do. And there was a lot of new beginnings and new starts here on the show tonight. And I think it's happening for everybody. We really need to feel that. So I'm just going to, okay. I'm going to put a song on. Stay there, everybody. Okay. Do 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 do. If you wish for a simple miracle, if you wish you can have one right away. All you need is faith, is the will. Ask for it, and it will come to you today. I want you to be oh so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah, yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Yeah. Da 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 da. There's Sharon too. I got Sharon. There was another couple new people tonight. So. You wish to be in the state of grace. Primary's here. Primary. Ask for it, and it will meet you face to face. And if you wish, if you dare to dream, you will find that it's easier than it seems. Hey, hey, I want you to be oh so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Yeah. Da 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 da. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. Oh, I want you to be so happy. Yeah. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams today. Okay, I'm gonna play Fighting Well now. I need another bit of a break. Hang in, people. So get your groove on, everybody. Get up and dance, okay? We've been sitting on our butts too long. Oh, 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 do 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 do, ba dee ba dee do, dee ba dee do, do do do, ba dee ba dee do. Take your partner by the hand. I needed to get my groove on there, people. I know the sound is crappy on your side All I have is this boombox. I don't know how to like. I, sorry, I gotta stop complaining. I'm extremely fortunate here at Terra Lumination, and just got a new little recording studio. So over the next year, we're going to start to make more music here, and it's going to be classy. As you know, Terra Illumination is very, very classy operation. Nothing but the best here. Okay, so we're going to like make more songs and higher quality recordings, and hopefully it'll sound better on the show. I don't know how to make like the digital quality on the show, so all I have is my sound system in the background, and it comes through the microphones that are already here. And I did a playback once. You know, I never watch my videos once they're made, but I had to check up on something once, and I heard the sound, and it's really that's not that great for you guys. I mean, I'm rocking it out over here, but I know it sounds like, you know, it's like it's pretty messed up over on your side, and I'm sorry, but we do the best we can. Okay, so let's put that aside. Um, yeah, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I'm kind of like wiped out, people. I don't really want to do a lot of readings tonight. There's so many private readings that I got lined up that I got to do, and I kind of, you know, love is like a okay. Let's just do this. Okay, you know, I'm just going to try and make a doodle here to try to explain a phenomenon that it took me a long time to learn. If you think of your heart and love energy as like a gas tank, okay, it is a resource, okay? We live in our physical bodies, and we can talk all day about universal love and, you know, fixing the planet for everybody and saving all the fishes and the dinosaurs and the monkeys and the anemones and the dolphins and everything, and that's beautiful, and that's really what we should be doing. But there's only so much capacity because we live in these three-dimensional bodies which have limitations. And what I learned in the extreme hard way is that we have to be very, very careful with this resource. Hey, Simone, thank you. Thank you. I just saw that on the screen. You know what? We'll do one more reading, okay? You bought yourself a reading, Simone. You just bought yourself a reading. Okay, so we'll come back to you in a little bit, but I just wanted to get something out there. I mean, this looks really simple, but it took me, you know, a lifetime to understand this. Let's say this is your whole being. When I do those general reports, I use my journey spread, and the very first card at the center is the heart. It is a beating heart. In our physical lifetimes, we only have certain number of heartbeats, and then it's done. So what are you going to do with all those heartbeats? Okay, are you going to start with a full tank, and then are you just going to bleed it dry? That's your choice. That's your decision. Many of us are heavily programmed to do that. We are conditioned to do that because it benefits other people who are doing the conditioning. Okay, and that can be the most effective, powerful victims. They need help and compassion. Okay, and sometimes we're very deeply drawn to be very loving and compassionate to those who are in need. But if you get to the point where your gas tank becomes more and more empty to the point where it's depleted, then your whole heart, your whole life, your whole being is expending energy just trying to get a little bit of love back for you. So let's just say this is somebody who's average, okay? what's really, really hard to do is like a lot of us are good at like keeping it sort of okay, like we are loving, we are loved, and we find this balancing point. But for a lot of us, it's out of balance where we are still depleting ourselves so much and we're not nurturing ourselves enough. In the ideal situation, you would be like this. You would give yourself, you would go to your own gas station, you would tune in and turn on to the healing power of love, however you do that. And there are ways to do that, where you fill up your gas tank, okay, first and foremost, so that your heart, mind, body, and soul are full to capacity. And that's when you are in your most capable way of being in this lifetime, where you have all the nutrients that you need, you have all the love that you deserve, and you bring that in by your decision. You love yourself first, you fill up your gas tank, and you have all this capacity, and you have all of this to share. And let's just say that you're a very deeply loving person, and you, at the end of the day, your gas tank is almost empty. Now, if you don't do something very specific to fill that up, I'm not just sitting around like waiting for this to happen. It's you making conscious, deliberate decisions to fill that up. Then you're going to be continually running on empty. And like, just, just this is the point of desperation. Okay, where you're feeling deeply unloved and deeply unloving, it's because you are depleted. Okay, and guess who made that happen? You. Okay, you are the one who has to go to the gas tank and fill yourself up. Only you can do that. If you pray that it comes to you from someone else or somebody else, it's never going to happen. You have to love yourself first and foremost, so that you can, top yourself up, make this full. Because when you have all this, then you can share all this. But it's important to go back and fill it up. Okay, that's what I'm trying to like. Somebody asked, I think when we did the radio show a few weeks ago with Joanna the medium, she asked a question. It really caught me off guard. And she said something like, say, hey, Terra Illumination, how do you see yourself? And she gave me a list of words. And I said, blah, blah, blah. Okay, like a healer kind of person. And then I thought about it. I wish I hadn't said that, because it's more like about a messenger about healing. It's more like a messenger about the healing power of love, about how it's so important for you guys to love yourselves, truly, truly love yourselves. Find practices, time that is only for you, where you give yourself the chance to nurture yourself and love yourself. Fill up your tank and put yourself through the car wash, come out the other side again, so that you can live another day. Because if you're like a lot of us, a lot of people are down here, they're constantly depleted, and they're just stretched to try to fill this up. And when this is so depleted, it's very hard to fill it up. There's so much that needs filling, and it's hard to do just in one take. You can't just flip this around. It has to be turned into a practice. Okay, and so even though I'm not an official like life coach or anything like that, the real message here at Terra Illumination is truly about love, and it's truly about healing, love and healing. Love itself is really like a healing phenomenon. Love is as love does. Love is like the willful, deliberate decision to go beyond your comfort zone, to love you first, love and extend yourself in a way that fosters the spiritual growth and healing of yourself and your loved ones. And that's about it, because that's all about what you can do. That's your capacity. If you want to, run a corporation and do that, that's your business too. But it still has to come down to you loving yourself first. Okay? And the way you do that is by understanding Love and Healing is a little book about the healing power of love. It really is about How do we fill up our gas tank? How do we do that? Okay, there are ways to do that. Just letting you know. So you're obviously starting to write in your own answers to the situation. I can see that on the screen, so that's very cool. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna read for Simone, and that's gonna be it for tonight. Okay, thank you, Simone. And then we're gonna go for it. We're just gonna hang out, and then we can go to Jenny's after party. Okay, Jenny DeLuca is having an after party. Yay! Hey, Primary, it's okay. All you do is hit the reboot button, whatever that's called, the reload button. Yes, Sharon Taylor, it's true. Love is as love does. You know, you can talk about it as much as you want, but it's really about action. The healing power of love in action. Okay? I've got this little book. It's going to be out next year sometime. It's a little book about the healing power of love. But the reality is, I should be working on another book that's called The Healing Power of Love in Action. Okay? That's a whole different thing. You know? This is just a little book about the healing power of love. But that's great, but it needs to be put into action because love is as love does. Okay? So, Simone, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, somewhere in time. Good evening. Happy New Year. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just saw you on the screen there over because my computers are over there in that direction, but the show is here. So we're focused on the show. All right. Cards are shuffled. All right, here we go. All right, Simone, what's the situation? What's the challenge? How are we going to deal with this? By the way, what's the weather like? Uh-oh. This is enough. This is the shining example of Sharon, Simone. Circumstances in your world right now are indicating that it's about time. It's about time for some of this. It is time for some of this, Simone. Okay? I'm not going to say it in words, but you know what we're talking about here. In a very gentle, graceful way, it is about the healing power of no, but we're going to add some power to that. This is all about the healing power of no, you. All right? So it's time. Conditions are just right for you, Simone, to draw a line in the sand and say, I need to respect myself more. I am not willing to tolerate any more BS in my life. Anyone, if I smell anyone or anything coming at me with full of BS, you're not welcome. Thank you very much. What's the situation? Okay, happy, because this is what is at stake. It's just the ultimate raw energy of happiness, of joy. So, Simone, maybe you're already a shining example of someone who lives by the healing power of no, the healing power of no way, and then the healing power of total you. Well, that's great, because in some ways that's a good way to own your happiness, being very clear and very, very clear about boundaries and putting yourself first in the most self-loving way possible. That doesn't mean you stop loving others, but it goes back to this thing we were just talking about, where it is very, very much about reminding yourself that you don't need all the stuff that depletes you. It's time to Focus on literally being happy. The situation energy is right now is happiness. It's literally the energy of joy. It's very, very simple. And this is not from outside. This is from the inside. Things like your cars, your money, your houses, and your qualifications, your uh, all the stuff that's outside of you, even the ones that you love, they're outside of you. And in your situation right now, Simone, it's all about what's inside of you, the joy that you own from the inside out, where it's almost like it doesn't matter what happens to anyone else or anything around you. This is the energy of being happy from the inside out. This is joy. Anything outlet, like you can feel really good from things like excitement or scoring this or winning that, or retail, whatever you call it, retail therapy, or getting promoted, or uh, being successful or whatever. That's great. But this is all about from the inside. Now, if this is in jeopardy right now, because if someone else is out there and conditions are out there where they're trying to stop you from your own happiness, it's time for you to say, excuse me, uck, you, okay, you can take that however you want. That's your problem, okay? Right now, the only thing that counts, the only thing that matters right now is you, Simone, being happy. What's the challenge? Oh, jeepers. Well, I don't like doing this on this show, but it might be to do with a relationship issue or being willing to make that decision. I'm going to go back to that little lyrics I had for the song. It's the perfect time for you to decide to let love in, let love healing. Now, that's a decision. So much of our life and the way we evolve is held in the healing power of your decisions. Okay? So if your happiness is very apparent to you, but you're also very apparent how your happiness could be deeply jeopardized by a couple of very profound decisions that could be translated or easily reinterpreted here about the severing or cutting the way of a relationship. It's very important by making a decision to cut away or not, whether you are being cut away from a relationship or whether you are cutting away from a relationship. Did I say that right? Like, who's doing the cutting here? Like, are you divorcing someone or is someone divorcing you? Or you're both divorcing each other? People. It doesn't even necessarily mean a person. I don't want to personify this. I want to keep it very broad spectrum, heart, spirit energy here. But if you're in a situation now where your happiness is in deep jeopardy because of someone else's decisions, or you are determined to maintain your happiness by making very, very profound decisions about being ready, willing, and able to use your power in the terms of the healing power of no, and the ability and the strength and the courage and the willingness to say no. Enough is enough. That's a challenge. The Lover's card here is in that challenge position. So it means like there's a very important decision that at stake here that has very serious outcomes regarding your happiness. And it's about drawing a line, drawing boundaries towards BS. In other words, if it means you have to separate yourself from the BS or the people who represent the BS, then so be it. But it takes tremendous courage to do that because, there might be so much vested here in your happiness. But if all of that is in jeopardy, then it's a problem. Like if you're in that energy field where it's what it's all about, you're like swimming in that thing, like, I know I have to make a big decision. I have to make a decision because my happiness is at stake. And then doubting yourself, doubting your ability to make the decisions, doubting yourself to let's say, be your true self. And if you have to, draw that line, the absolute line. In other words, like, let's figure this out. Let's make a no. We're talking about drawing a hard line and saying no. Do you have the courage to say no, to make a decision? Are you going to say yes and allow stuff to happen? Or are you going to say no, I'm not willing to put up with BS anymore? If that's happening to you, if someone is calling you out, then yeah, that can feel almost just as scary. But I think this, I'd like to keep this as your reading about Simone. So how are you going to deal with this? It's like the challenge is making the decision. Are you in or are you out? Do you want to own your own happiness or not? Okay. With the Six of Cups here, Simone, I'm feeling this is, I don't like to do it, but I think this is to do with relationship in some way. It might be pretty heavy. It might be pretty serious. If you want to go to tarotlumination.com, we can get into this if you want, but I don't want to make a heavy reading here on this show. But my feeling here with your situation is that there are things that are happening that might feel as though they're beyond your control. It's like very, very fated, and you're being swept along in a way where you're questioning your own ability to be you, and where your whole sovereign self sense of joy and happiness is completely either in the hands of another person's decision or in your hands, whether you've got the courage to call out and make that final call, that decision about the healing power of no effing way. It's a big deal because with the power of decisions, this is very much about the energy of decisions. Decisions always boil down to a yes or a no, an in or an out. Are we in? Or are we out? Are we going to do this or not? Are we going to go here or are we going to go there? And you might make lots of decisions to get to that decision, but either way, every decision, just like in computers, everything boils down to a 0 or a 1. Everything. All computer languages, all computer codes boil down to a 0 or 1 in terms of the programming, because you're basically, the whole of life comes down to the healing power of decisions and executing effective decisions that work. So how are we going to do this? Understand my feeling here with the Six of Cups and how are we going to deal with this challenge is understand who loves you. Who do you love? Who really, really loves you? Who do you really love? And in a way, it doesn't matter, because if you don't love yourself first here, if you don't become your own best soulmate to yourself first, none of the rest of this matters. This can all be blown up in a heartbeat from one decision. You could lose everything if you don't understand or accept that it's all about you at the very beginning, loving yourself first. And yes, there might be a lot at stake here. You might feel as though there's a whole soulmate relationship thing at stake here. But is it with you and yourself, or is it with you and a significant other? And understanding that it's very, very hard to be a really, really good, deep, loving, matching soulmate to a significant other if you can't do that with yourself. Be the ultimate best soulmate to yourself, because ultimately the flaws will be exposed, or the fraud will be exposed, and then you'll be called upon to make the tough decisions. So in order to handle this situation, to be able to, let's say, if you have to either accept the healing power of no that comes from another, or administer the healing power of no that has to come from you towards another or others, then so be it. But it's most important first to love you first here in this situation. Do what's most loving for you. It might not feel right, but what's most loving, okay? And be your own soulmate to yourself first. Love you first in this situation. Put yourself first in the situation. And if it means you have to, and in a very, very extreme circumstance, be willing to exercise the healing power of no effing way, okay? let's leave it at that. I don't want to get too heavy serious here. Okay. Thank you, Simone. I hope I didn't scare you or keepers. Yeah. Somebody said looking at your inner child. It's true. Like it's time to be extremely kind to yourself, okay? Treat yourself like almost like a newborn, someone innocent and naive who needs a lot of TLC, and you, as the adult version of yourself, are the best person to give that to yourself. Nurture yourself, love yourself, remember all the good things about yourself and put that first, okay? Oh gosh, there's some other people here just showed up. Luna Fleur, Alethea. Oh, I want to put those on the board. Hold on. Hold on, I didn't. Luna Fleur and Alethea. Oops, wrong board. Give me a moment, people. Give me a moment. Luna Fleur and Alethea. Cool. Thank you so much for visiting. Thank you very much for visiting. I'm gonna probably start winding up the show now. I'm kind of burnt out, and I know you guys have got all your crates of champagne stashed away, ready to break open at any minute now. Hello, Catherine. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me put you on the boards too. Hi, Catherine. Welcome to the show. I just saw your name there. Catherine. Okay. Hi, welcome. So I'm going to start to wrap it up, people. I don't have anything left in me. I'm kind of burnt out. It's been a fantastic year. I'm so glad that you guys have been so supportive. By the way, Terra Illumination just passed the 10,000 subscriber mark. It's kind of a really big deal here because it means Terra Illumination can go to the YouTube headquarters a few miles from here and hang out with the creative development department on the insiders and get some support and tips on how to make the channel better. Okay, things like that. Cool stuff. Other things, let's see. Okay, I got to do all like the professional farewell stuff. Hold on, stay there. Okay, you know, this is the promotion moment. Here is this little book. It's by Terra Illumination. It's called Wealth, Money, Finance. Thank you very much. It's about global restructuring in January 2020. There's a reference here to the astrology. It's not really an astrology book. It's not a tarot book. It is about wealth, money, and finance, but not in the way you think. So this little book is available right now through Amazon.com. You can go to Amazon.com and just get this, okay? And it's a fun read. A few people have bought it now, and they say it's pretty good. And the important thing is to understand January 2020 is a huge calendar moment in global history, okay? Huge. And we're building up to it now, and it's starting here in the middle of January. We've got 2 years. Basically, we've got 2 years to get our acts together, okay, people? Next thing is the next big important thing is the scarf raffle. I don't know if it's going to be on this video, but the next big thing is the scarf raffle. The scarf raffle is still going. I still have to sell a few more tickets. These are the tickets from all the people who've entered the raffle already. And this is the scarf that you win. It's a beautiful big scarf. It's 90 centimeters by 90 centimeters. It's 100% silk. It's each one is handmade and hand stitched. And we've sold a few already, but the point is that they're pretty expensive. So you can have a chance with this raffle. Each ticket is $3, and it's $4 with the service charge, okay? And if you play around on the channel, you'll find it somewhere. If I can remember, I'll put the little button at the top to take you to the raffle, okay? but the raffle is still going. Okay, I might have to do a promotional video. Okay, so what else? That's about it, folks. I think we've covered it for tonight. I'm just going to put on some tunes and hang out with you guys. Okay, so let's have a look. I don't have a lot of songs yet. There's still one. Yeah, thank you, Giggle. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so, so much. I'm going to put this on. I'm just going to leave this one with you guys. Waiting. It's called Waiting. It's called a song called Waiting. And here we go. More cranberry juice. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Cheers, everybody. I gotta tune in to what the angels say. I listen for the good news coming my way. Hey, hey. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Walking in circles, feeding all the birds, climbing up a mountain, looking around. Yeah, yeah, smelling all the flowers, staring at the moon. I listen to the waves come crashing down, down. Whoa, whoa, I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I gotta tune in to what the angels say. I listen for the good news coming my way. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Smelling all the flowers, staring at the moon. Listen to the waves come crashing down, down. Walking in circles, feeding all the birds, climbing up a mountain, looking around. Yeah, yeah, I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Gotta tune in to what the angels say. I'm waiting on the good news coming my way. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Do, 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 do.
I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I gotta tune into what the angels say. I listen for the good news coming my way. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Say the word, share the word. Say the word, dance the word. Say the word, praise the word. Feel the word of the word. Live the word, vibrate the word. Shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing it out, sing the word, share the word, speak the word, dance the word, say the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word, vibrate the word, shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing out the word, share the word, speak the word, dance the word, say the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word, vibrate the word, shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing out the
Good night, everybody. Happy New Year. Thank you for all the love, all the support, all the likes, all the subscribes. I love you guys. I love doing this for you. Okay? We're going to hang in one more time. Love each other. Love yourselves. Okay? Good night, everybody. It's been a pleasure. All the best. See you soon in 2018. It's only a few minutes away. It's already there for some of you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night, my beautiful Terra Illumination Love Tribe. You're just effing awesome. I know you guys. I love you guys, and I know you guys love Terra Illumination too. Thank you so much. I love doing this for you, and we'll do it again. All right. We're going to keep going till I drop. Okay? Bye.